Hi guys, tonight I'm going to be painting this pockmark in the middle of his chest to look like an eyeball. I'm going to be using skeleton bone, 50-50 mix with just water, a couple coats of that. Then I will use a crusted saw for the veins. Then I will wash with seraphim sepia. Black for the eyeball, moot green for the iris, then black again for the pupil. I'll add a couple of highlights and then white to finish. I know it's old, a couple of cheap little crappy brushes, and yeah, I am doing this on my bed with a little box. So for all you that say I haven't got any hobby space, you're a liar. Right, so I'm going to get started and I will update as and when. Right, so I've done a couple of coats of the skeleton bone. It's now dried in. As you can see, it's not white because a demonic eye would not be white. I'm just going to water down some crusted saw now. 2.5 parts water to 1 part crusted saw. You want it really thin. If you make the veins too thick, you can always go back to the skeleton bone and just touch up the edges. I wish I could film it while I painted, but yeah, one hand on my phone, one hand on the model. I haven't got a third hand. I'm Nurgle, I'm not Slanesh, so I can't paint with my dick. So I'll update. So if you can see tiny veins, I also added a red ring around it. At this point I'm just waiting for it to dry. I'll give it a wash with seraphim, and we start with black. Do the iris and the pupil in one big dot, and then we'll leave a black ring when we put the green in for the pupil, and then a smaller black dot. But I'll update with the next step when this is dry. Catch you in a bit. Right, so 2 steps ahead now. I added the sepia wash. I don't know if you can see there. Really watered down just to catch the edges. Just to sit in the recesses to create that darker ring. And I added the black dot in the middle. As soon as this dry, we'll get the moot green on and highlight, and I'll do the black dot again in the middle, and then I will pop back on in a minute. Again, a bit preemptive, but just thought I'd show you the black ring. Can you see the slight black ring around the edge? Also, anyone wondering about the Poxwalker skin colour scheme, I just had a dark green spray, cheap spray for £1, from a local discount shop. It's a waste of money spending loads on sprays. They're all the same. It's the user, not the actual spray. I sprayed it a dark green, sort of like a dark angel's green. One sec, I've got it here. Something like this, angel green, similar to that. And then I highlighted it with a heavy dry brush of goblin green, and then a lighter dry brush of jungle green, and then a jungle green and skeleton bone mix to give it that. Now I will be washing over this with, let me find it, some of that, just to tie it into and get rid of the powdery effect that it's got. And then I'll highlight it up again, and yeah, but whatever. Back to the eye. So I just need to paint in the highlight. Now the highlight will go on the bottom of the eye instead of the top. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably use a bit of this glaze on the top of the eye to add a sort of shadow, and then I'll put the pupil in, and then the white dot, and then I'll come back and you can see the finished eye. Right, we reached the end of this. Let's try and get some better in focus shots. So I went round the edge again with a bit of that crusted saw, just to bring the contrast out a bit. Try and zoom in without going fuzzer. You can see the green, pupil, black ring still there, little white dot on the top, and yeah, it looks cool. I think I'm going to do a couple of these pocks as well, in eyes. I've already got a unit and they're fleshy coloured, so I thought I'd go with a different green. That one might be an eyeball. Oh, that's a good one. That's going to be an eyeball. Yeah. And if you're wondering, this and this is the paintbrush that I used. So you don't need the micro paintbrushes. You just need a sharp tip. That's all you need. Yeah, look, they're crap, but hey, they did the job. Thanks for watching these hodgepodge videos. I hope you enjoyed them. If you want to see me do something else, just let me know. Thanks again. Cheers, guys.